Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Call of Dragons, we are going to spin for Bahorn. Now I don't have a ton of options here because, well, all the other heroes I could switch to I have maxed. So we could do Fulgrim, maxed him, Thundolin, Zeta, Bertrand. Okay, actually all of them maxed. So we're spinning for Bahorn. But not only that, but I'm actually using Bahorn, and he is really versatile, and he is a flyer, which is pretty cool. So we first need to go pick up our tickets. Before we do that, let's get a look at how I'm doing with Bahorn currently. Now, I will say my results with my Bahorn March have been mid, and that's in part because I'm comparing him to heroes I have completely maxed out, and he's only 5/5, 3, 1. So I am definitely missing some things. In fact, I've only got him at 5 stars, which is something I do aspire to change. So what am I missing? I'm missing 4% defense, and I'm missing 6% normal attack because I use marksman. Okay. And then upon taking damage, he loses rage. All right. Gains resistance. And deals skill damage. So I'm missing some damage factor here from when he gets targeted, but this is very infrequent. So honestly, the biggest thing I'm missing is kind of the awakening here. And it could be that, look, people just keep sending these mage reports where they're like, oh my God, Theo with Bahorn, I'm rolling in the merits. And like, maybe it's just a skill issue on my end, but like, maybe I play too aggressively. My marksman, I mean, you know, like with the Bahorn March gets 25k merits, and I'm like, you did good, kid. You did good. Meanwhile, Zeta and Magrat are like, Keck W, 100k merits. Lol. Try to keep up, Bahorn. Anyways, let's go and do the thing, shall we? We're going to spin the wheel. To spin the wheel, we got to do a couple things. Ooh. We gotta go get some bundles. Wait, is Alliance Mobilization started? Wait. Oh, man. I'll say this. The most clever way to do this would be to probably be doing these quests in the Alliance that actually has the Alliance Mobilization quest where I'm registered. I'm just gonna blast through this anyways. I could get a ton done with the gem spending quest and the overall spending quest. So do what I say, not what I do. The reason, in part, that I'm going to do this in BDO 4, okay, is that, which is where everybody is right now. Very simply put, we need to get credits into this shell. All right, so here I am. We do the thing, and here we go. Let's go make the purchases. So I'm buying the Change of Fortune bundle. You're probably subscribed to my channel, so you already knew this. But I use these things called dragon tickets. I pre-purchase them using a link I'll put in the description. That's not an affiliate link, even though this video is sponsored. It's just the official site where you can buy these tickets. And on top of getting your tickets, depending on what sort of bundle of tickets you get, you also get 10% extra value in coins, which I could use to buy bundles as well. So 10% extra value if you sort of make these pre-purchases for the tickets, and then you can exchange the tickets for exact equivalent bundles. GG, baby. There it is. We did the thing. Now, not only that, but we go in here and we're going to spend the gemmies. Yes, sir. Purchase with gems. Max it out. Another 70,000 gems. Line it up. Wham, bam. Thank you, and it's done. Now, I do want to get a quick look, like I said before, at the exact spot we're in. We have 2 extra Bahorn tokens. Okay, that makes the math pretty easy. Let's see how far we get, shall we? Here we go. Lucky spins for Bahorn. Hooey! Ooh, yes, that's nice. A lot of legendary medals. I really need those, truth be told. There's 2 Bahorn tokens. W. Okay, full pulling within, what was that? The first 15 pulls. Huge freaking win. 1 Bahorn token. Okay, nothing. Then 2 Bahorns and a G4. Then 1 Bahorn token. By the way, We do have infantry coming up next, right? I know they haven't been announced. We probably got some time. There's 3 Bahorn tokens. But, like, I am hyped for infantry. I really am. 3 Bahorn tokens and a G4. I got to save up my G4s so that I can Instamax the infantry. There's 3 Bahorn and a G4. Love to see it. Another G4. Okay. Full pull on the Bahorn. And it was not pity, for the record. Not pity. Okay. We're crushing this. We are crushing this. 3 Bahorns. Nice. 2 G4s. Even better. The G4. Wow. Look at living the dream here. G4, 2 Bahorns, and medals. Let's go. Okay. Bunch of resources and a medal. Ripperoo. There's the Bahorn and the G4. All right. There's 2 more Bahorn tokens and G4. Okay. 2 Bahorns and a G4. We're closing in on pity. Bunch of speeds and some resources. And we hit the pity there. There's the full pull and the 2 Bahorn tokens. All right. We were really crushing it, but then we went all the way to pity. So I don't know. Now I'd say we're doing about average. There's 3 Bahorns. Okay. Full pull. Let's go. Full pull. Bahorn token G4. Love to see it. There it is, man. 2 Bahorns. Bunch of medals. The full pull. Okay, we are cooking. We are actually cooking now. And the legendary medals to go with it. 2 G4s and a Bahorn token. A Bahorn token. Okay. And 4 Bahorns and some speeds. Let's go. 2 Bahorns, medals, and speeds. Let's go. Okay. 2 Bahorns. Solid. Full pull. Might have been pity. I'm not actually sure. There's the G4, but feeling really good about how this is going. If we get another full pull before getting to the finish, that'd be amazing. There's 2 more Bahorns and some medals. There's another Bahorn. Okay, speeds and medals is actually not bad. Not the perfect pull, but hey, I'll take it. There's a Bahorn and a bunch of speeds. There's the G4 and a Bahorn token. Okay, this is less exciting. Medals, speeds, and resources. There's the 2 Bahorns, the G4, and the medal. And the final pull, will we get a full pull? We will not. Bahorn and a G4. We have about 10 more pulls, so we would have got pity. Is what it is. We get all the tiered goodness here. The 5 tokens, the 5 universal G4s, the 10 Bahorns, the 10 G4s, and the 15 Bahorns, which means we lock in our gains at what? A solid how many tokens, Cheesy? We get a good session. 142 is definitely, I would rate, above average, which is how that felt. Total W. Let's go. So we can do a few upgrades here. I don't know that I particularly care where it goes, although I think this is probably the best place. Chief Machinist. Okay. Actually, just getting Chief Machinist seems good. Can we do it again? Okay. Honestly, light work. Light work. Just, you know, winning the 50-50 2 times in a row. Okay. Let's go. GG easy. I'm not going to spend the G4s to get the skill upgrade on him here. It is tempting. I do have a pass opening tomorrow, so it's very, very tempting. I don't think so. I've got some other things in mind, as I mentioned, for my G4s, so I think we just chill on that for now. And I feel pretty good about how that's going overall. I would say the way I might finish off the next skill on that could be going into the daily deals and for a few days doing Bahorn instead of the new cavalry. But for now, I'm going to stick with the new calves and kind of leave that there. Now, I've been in a bastion literally all season. So you want to know the funny thing is that if I try to leave my city right now, the march that gets left behind is the Bahorn March. Bro. The hero I was just working on is the one that will literally get left behind. GG, man. GG. It is what it is, y'all. In terms of artifact, by the way, I am using the Shadow Blades on that army now. And it is kind of unfortunate, but for the purposes of being able to do exemplar polls, I did end up resetting this guy over here, the Visage of the Sanctus. I only have 3 levels on it. I had it to 6 stars. I reset it, took it back to 5 stars, and obviously I didn't use the Visage of the Sanctus emblems for polls because that to me feels very aggressive. I'd rather have the optionality of using it in the future. You just never know. But my marksmen are now in a really good spot since I went in and got the new, he says. I got the bow for Mag's A, which freed up the Shadow Blades to go somewhere else. So, you know, obviously not getting rid of Rattle Spear. In a 5x marksman stack, I'm not getting rid of Heart of Kamasi, right? I'm not taking Goldcrest off of Sinfray. So what that meant is that I ended up taking the Shadow Blades and moving them over to my Bahorn March. So that's where they are now, which is not the worst, right? Like, instead of having a, what is it, defense? Maybe it's defense attack. Yeah, it's defense attack. Now I have attack, which personally, given that Thea's already shielding, like, yeah, attack seems good to me. All right, seems good to me. And I was using the flying unit here. I was using Wyverns with that. Very debatable if I should do that or not, but that is what I do. That's how my Wyverns end up in the hospital here, all right? You enjoyed the vid? Throw a like on here, subscribe. I've got this pass opening tomorrow. I might be able to stream, but I'm going to be honest, I just got a lot going on. It feels pretty unlikely. But you'll definitely see me on the field, all right? So you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe. And if you want to see, I don't know, how our season's been going, I mean, we kind of got into some Bastion chests. I guess I could talk about this, right? I don't think any of these markers here are very, yeah. There's nothing too secretive about these markers. I think it's fine. We kind of got into the Bastion chest stalemate in these areas. And I guess for whatever reason, it kind of stopped. Probably because other zones were opening up and everybody kind of, I would have said, do not fight dumb. Everybody kind of lost patience for doing more Bastion chests. But yeah, season's been progressing nicely. Our allies have been kind of fighting it out in, where is it? This zone over here. All right. And honestly, I gotta pour it in for this pass opening. A lot going on. So our allies, Luno and their kingdom, are fighting in this zone. Okay, our allies in 57 are fighting in this zone. But also in this zone, you've got ROV and ROG, and they've got a bunch of positions. WB and you know, those alliances are in here. So there's 4 sort of servers slugging it out in here right now. It is pretty crazy. And then here we are. I mean, obviously we've poured it in, so I don't think it's too much of a secret that we would take that pass as soon as it opens. Presumably these guys, yeah, they're you know, TFS is here. At least they got a few people here. I mean, I would assume they're going to port over and do their thing into this zone. And we basically get the Kingsland before Kingsland, I think. But, you know, subscribe. You can see how it goes. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do think it's going to be spicy. All right, until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.